Special needs planning can be very difficult for families, both financially and emotionally. Here today to help are attorney Rebecca Iantoni, partner in the Day Pitney Law Firm, specializing in planning for persons with special needs, and our friend David Nastri, Senior Vice President, Wealth Consultant with Webster Investments. Thank you both so much for being here. Good morning. So, Rebecca, what are some of the things parents of special needs children should be thinking of?
So I think that there's two kinds of areas for families that they're considering when they're thinking about their children after they're gone. There's the concern about who will care emotionally and physically for them, and also how to best provide for them financially. So those are the big factors that are in any special needs parents.
And what would you say is the first step when you want to start making a plan?
So the first step, I think, is identifying certain people that you would vest with that kind of control and care of your child, and then definitely going and speaking with a special needs planner who can help put that plan into place.
Sure. And David, how do you work with these families?
Well, there's two pieces. One is to create the plan, the shell, into which some financial asset, as far as my piece of this, is going to go. And then we are treating it almost like a retirement plan, but one that may have to go on much, much longer than a single person's life, because that is designed to support that person. It could be a 10-year-old, right? Normally, retirement is when you're 65, not when you're 10. So it's a little bit different skill set when it comes to that.
Sure. And Rebecca, are there any surprises when you're working with families typically?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest surprises is that the people who you think you would vest with that kind of control don't often want to take on that burden.
It's a big
I think that speaking of having open, candid conversations with family members or friends who you think would do the best for that child is a really great thing to start the conversation, because you don't want to just name somebody and then
probably want to get their permission first, right?
Yeah, you want to have a good open conversation, and you also want them to really understand your child and what their needs are going to be.
Sure. And I'm sure divorce or death might play into this as well.
Sure. Divorce is something that families don't often think about, because there's special considerations for a special needs child in divorce planning. So at all steps, when you're dealing with a special needs child, it's really important to engage counsel who is very familiar with the issues and concerns related to government programs and guardianship issues and those kinds of things with special needs children.
And David, there must be a lot of care issues. I mean, it's not just you're planning for college, you're planning for care for these children
absolutely true.
Throughout their life.
There are government programs that may be in place that if it's set up wrong will jeopardize those programs. We were just having a conversation about mutual clients of ours who, actually friends more than anything, that they have a very unique situation, and we spent 15 minutes going back and forth. Well, what if we did this? What if we do that? And we don't want to jeopardize any of the really strong government programs that are supporting the family right now.
Sure. So it's so important to talk to a professional who might know that, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, how do we get a hold of you guys, most importantly?
So I can be reached at Day Pitney. I'm in the New Haven office, which is just on 195 Church Street.
And my office is in Cheshire, and you can go on our website, Webster Bank Online, and look up our names, and
we'll find
you'll
it.
connect to me.
Yeah. I think it's so important. It's a topic that we might not think about, but it's so crucial to be ahead of, right?
Absolutely.
Very good. Well, thank you both for being here and for the information.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. More Style coming up.